Hi everybody, it's Diane from Tattered Edges Design with another project today. As you can see, I have a book here and barking dogs. If you're into collage, you may have this book. You may have checked it out at a library. The Collage workbook. It's very good if you've never seen it and you're into collage. I would recommend it. But anyway, 3/4 of it is 50 exercises, he calls it. Nowadays, you might want to call it a prompt. But anyway, I've done a few of them, but not a lot. So I thought, well, maybe I'll do that. Just be, just to be different. And I don't think I'm going to do every single one. I'll be honest, there's a few I don't care for. And just at my stage of the game, I don't want to do things I'm not that interested in. So I am going to pick and choose. But number one here is 5-minute collages. And as you may guess, you set your timer for 5 minutes and make a collage. He claims it's very freeing. You don't overthink what you're doing. The results will be intuitive. Or not. Anyway, he said go through some magazines and cut out pictures and pieces that catch your eye, which I did. Set your timer for 5 minutes. He said use 3x5 watercolor paper. I'm just using index cards. So yeah, we're going to see how many rules Diane can break. Anyway, and I only have 3. You're supposed to do 5, but for video's sake, I don't know if I want to go that far. We'll see. And the trick is to keep your hands moving. Okay. All right, well, and there's his examples. And as you can see, if you are a viewer of mine, my work really doesn't look like this. I do a lot more detail, usually have a word or something on there, but I do like his work a lot. So I'm not really going to try to imitate it, but it may come out looking that way just because I'm doing what he's telling me to do. So I have a timer here that I hope isn't too irritating. If it's irritating, I'll just look at a clock instead. And a little note, I don't think this is entirely fair because of my gluing method. It may, I don't know, because the dorky way I glue stuff down, it does take longer than just slapping on matte medium and putting something down. So I may take a little liberty with the time. But I've got images spaced out here. So I don't know. We'll see. I do have a few tissue pieces here. One of the techniques he discusses is printing images on tracing paper off your printer, which I've never tried that. And he said in those directions you could use that. So I grabbed some tissue things. But otherwise, it's all magazine stuff, I think. Okay. Are we ready? This is one of those that you gotta go all the way around and come back. All right, I'll set it aside so maybe it's not too loud. And I have a feeling, just because it's Diane, I'm going to start just choosing stuff because of the colors. Yeah, I don't know how you not. I said, that's what I do intuitively, then I guess that's what I do intuitively. And if you noticed, his work, he does completely cover his surface. He doesn't put in paint or stitching or anything to kind of fill up a gap. It's not mixed media. It's strictly collage. And yeah, you can hear that timer ticking. That's a little distracting. And too, it's kind of, this is just an exercise, but I just pulled stuff. I wasn't trying to match. So I guess that's the whole point. Am I missing the point? You've been doing this for a minute and a half and you're missing the whole point. Can you hear that timer ticking? And, you know, there is a certain amount of pressure there. It's, you know, a little like waiting for a bomb to go off. And I noticed too, his work, well, it varies, obviously. But he doesn't have a lot, you know, maybe 3 things on a small collage, you know, 3, 4, 5. It's not a bunch of stuff. And they're good. Yeah, I don't know if that book is still available at the Amazon or something. I don't know. I didn't look it up. I've had that. Oh, I really don't. At least 5 years. Probably a little more than that. It is nice if you have the, you know, funds and the storage space to have a few books like that in case you are ever totally stuck. You know, I don't know what to do, or flip through a book like that and you will come up with something, I guarantee it. My intuitiveness is not really liking this chair here. I don't know how much he rips either. I wasn't paying that close attention to that. That would be interesting to look at that. And if that timer makes me jump, I apologize. It's kind of like beat the clock. Maybe I'll go faster than 5 minutes. It's Collage Olympics. Oh, there it goes. Well, that was pretty darn close. Okay, actually, I like it. All right, was that bell really irritating? I think it's irritating. All right, the next one, I've got a digital clock over here, over there. I'll just look at it. I don't like that timer ticking at me. Okay, it's 7:14. Ready? Go. If you have a little tiny space that you want to paint in really badly. Okay, do tell. Have you ever done this type of exercise? I never have. I've heard about doing these time things, and I always thought, I don't work that slowly anyway, and I just kind of thought, but I don't know. Like I said, I was looking at that book the other day, and I just thought, oh, why not? Let's do some of his exercises, and since that was number 1, this is what we're doing. And Diane gets the glue handicap, I think. Yeah, actually, if I was gluing like a normal person, I probably would have been under 5 minutes. I guess I have less babble time when I know I'm on a time schedule. All right, 7:16. Maybe that's good for my viewing audience, huh? And I'm not trying to especially glue fast. I just kind of using my normal glue paste here. Oh, louse. It's supposed to be blouse, but I don't think I want louse on a collage. I could stop the clock, tell a funny story. Years ago, I was using a butterick pattern, and you probably know where I'm going with this. It had the word butterick on it, and I was like, okay, Diane, be careful, be careful, be careful, so you don't spell butt on your collage. Totally forgot. And not only did I exactly had, B-U-T-T in there, it said, ask for the butt. And I guess I'm very immature because I think that's funny. And I did cover it up with a flower. But, be careful, be careful. Okay. Because it was an ad. Ask for the butter catalog at your sewing store or something like that. Ask for the butt. All right, 7:17. I have time. I have more time. I can even tell a boring anecdote and, still have time left over. An immature anecdote, let's put it that way. Aren't you glad you tuned in? Diane and her, junior high humor. Okay. All right, it's 7:18. So that's 4 minutes. I'd say this one is done. Okay, my last card here. And not that I can't get more, but that's the last card. Okay, so it's 7:18. 7:18. Go. And he also does not use a lot. He does it, but I very often put text in the background as a filler, for lack of a better description. He doesn't do that a lot. So that I knew that would be kind of tricky for me. Whoops. Time. I knocked over my glue stick. Do you ever do that too when you're in kids going, time? I got time, I shoot time. Oh, Diane. Maybe we should put her mouth on a 5-minute timer. See, yeah, how does he do it? Because now this is my first attempt at this, but his stuff doesn't look pieced. It looks very pulled together, like, really, the whole thing is a completed picture when he's done. It's not just stuff. How do they do it? All right, do you know what that's from? The mail is full of paddles. That's the 7-year itch. All right, that's pretty good. I forgot. What did I say? 7:18. Okay, it's 7:20. But what time is it, Diane? All right, well, I am proving that it can be done, right? Even if you have a really, oddball way of gluing, it can still be done. Okay, you know what I think? It is getting, not that it's late, it's 7:20, but I usually don't craft that much after 7 o'clock at night. So I think I'll finish this one and then pause. And I forgot my arrangement. So yeah, he doesn't give me time for that. You know, you gotta try to remember where you were. Can we take pictures of this stuff? I don't remember. Yeah, that's right. Right? Well, it is now. Um, I'll pause when I'm done with this one. And I think I'll finish off enough just to use up my stuff like tomorrow. And then I'll come back on and show you guys what they look like with no, you know, junior high humor, maybe. Yeah, I don't know what the next exercise is. I didn't look ahead. Maybe I'll do that before I sign off here and see if that's one I want to do or not. Yeah, I really thought, like I said, of really making myself do every single one. Just do it. You kind of force yourself to, you know, work outside the comfort zone there and that. But I don't know if it's a technique that the finished results are, I just don't like it. And I make something I don't like. What am I going to do with it? So I don't know. Am I missing the point of that too? I don't know. How far over do I want this? Maybe just a little bit off. Okay, 7:23. Am I over my time? I don't even remember what it was now. That's 5 minutes, isn't it? Well, I think that's pretty good considering my gluing. Yeah, it seems like when 5 minutes is up, I have like one more thing to glue. Oop, come back. Okay. All right, let's cap up for the night so we don't leave our glue open. I will leave these things out so I can get in them tomorrow morning before I have to, you know, start my day. I will trim these tomorrow. Yeah, it's probably a little hard to tell with extraneous stuff. I think they're kind of neat. And yeah, it's probably not something I would have done otherwise. All right, let's look quick at that book. What is number 2? Yeah, I lost the page already. White out. Make a collage using various shades of white only. Well, I'll try it. Let's see. Aren't those cool? I think they're cool. Glaring. All right, here were his again for today's. And mine look nothing like that. I still think, see, he is overlaying like pink tissue there, I think. Something with this we're overlaying there. This definitely is an overlay thing. So it's, you know, it's going to look entirely different. But there. Okay, I'm going to let these dry. I'll pick it up tomorrow. See you then. Okay, we're back. I did 4 more, and I have a few things left. I'm just decided this was enough, so I'll save that for future use on something else. So this one, there's still glue sticks showing there. That's what that purple is. Here. here, and trust me, I did do 5 minutes. I didn't screw around and take more time. And I will say, first thing in the morning after a crummy night's sleep, to do 5-minute collages is not great. Don't do that. These two, obviously I did not fill up the space. He didn't say you had to. I was just going by his examples. And these are probably my favorites. So, yeah, let's look. Let's discuss this. I like these two. I don't know why. It could be the white space. I might cheat and go back, maybe add pink paint around this one. I was thinking I could stitch around this one. I might. I like those a lot. All right. This one, I like it. I don't think it's great. If I had, all the time in the world, I probably would do something over here in a color, even a slob of paint. I might do that. This one is the same deal. It's fine. I probably wouldn't do this if I had all the time in the world. Do something a little more involved. Oh, there's a little gap there. I didn't see that. Yeah, I guess I will probably run something over there, fill in that gap. Maybe just washi. This one I like. I'm not overly thrilled with this red plaid in the middle. I think that's way too attention-getting. I would tone it down with gesso or go over it with a little tissue or something, I think. This one I think is pretty good. I like this one. I think it could use stitching around, what I'm used to doing. This one I like. This one I think is pretty good. So there, 5 minutes per collage here. Yeah, this was the only vertical one. So it was fun. It was different. I'm glad I did it. I like what I have. I'll do something with these. I don't know, journal cards or in my own journal or add them to a bigger collage. I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely keeping them. So you want to see his examples one more time? These were his. And those are mine. And just in case you're really interested, here, you can do a screenshot of that. And for the record, I don't know this man. I don't know the publishers. I have no affiliation with books or Amazon or anything. I just own this book and I like it. Okay, there you go. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a nice day out there.